SPSyn solves an age-old problem for SharePoint script developers and SharePoint designers and SharePoint front-end developers in the question, how do you add your scripts or your jQuery references or your additional style sheets to individual pages or even to entire sites without actually modifying the master pages and then bringing that out of sync with the file system files. So I created SPSyn to solve this problem. Now I'll just start by showing you how this works now. So just to show you that I'm not cheating in any way, I'm going to show you the source on my page here. And as you can see, as I scroll down here, there's no references at all to jQuery at all here. So the way this works is that you go into your site actions page. I've installed and set everything up here. It's really easy. You just install a WSP file and then you activate a single feature. And that gives you a new section on your site settings page that will allow you to configure SPSyn. SPSyn, by the way, is short for SharePoint Script and Style Sheet Injector. So there's two ways you can modify this in this version, and you can either use any of the pre-built configuration packages, which are essentially just single-click options for adding various configurations to your site. And I'll do that first, and I have two packages that come out of the box, and you can easily extend these as well. If you are a SharePoint developer and you want to deploy your configuration package for SPSyn, you can do that as part of your regular deployments. It's very simple, and I'll show you that in a different video. So in this case, I want to add a jQuery and SP services reference to all my pages. And the only thing I need to do in order to do that is just to click this button. You can see now that the configuration has been added. And if I just go to view the source now, we can scroll down a bit here. And you'll now see that we have the references for jQuery and SP services in the correct version added to this page. So if we go back now to our front page, and on all of the pages now have this reference added. So you can scroll down, you'll see these references added to your page. So that's one way of adding it. It's dirt simple, and then these, as I said, these configuration packages, they're just plain WSP files, very easy to create, and as you can add them and you can distribute them however you want. Now, what happens here is that you will actually create what are called resources, SPSyn resources. You can manage these resources manually by going into this SP resources list. And what you'll see here is that there's now two references in here, one for the SP services CDN link and one for the jQuery link. And you can open any of these and you can see the data here. You'll see that there is a resource address here that we can update. We can edit this item and we can change the address if we want to update to a later version or something like that. We can also add a URL filter here, and the URL filter will make sure that this particular script is only displayed if the URLs are contain the word or the phrases that are in this filter here. And I'll show you that in a moment when we add a style sheet. But the other cool thing here is that out of the box there's two types of resources that are available. We have the script resources, as you can see here, but we also have style sheet references. So if we want to add a style sheet resource, let's say that we want on the calendars here, we want to have all the Sundays highlighted in red. For instance, we can create a style sheet that does that, and I've actually done that in advance. I'm no style sheet guru, so I just wanted to make sure that everything worked. So the way we would do that is to go into our site settings page and to our managed resources on SPSyn. We can add a new style sheet resource like this. Well, actually, the first thing we need to do is we need to upload the style sheet. We can do that anywhere, but we can also use local resources. I'll show you that now. So let me just go into my site assets page, and I want to add a document here, and I'll browse down to my style sheet, which is Sundays CSS, and I'll open that, make sure that it's available here. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this URL like this. And I will go into my SPSyn managed resources list. Now I'll add a new style sheet reference in here. So by doing that, I'll say I want to have my Sundays red like this. and I want to add this URL. Obviously, you can use relative URLs if you want to do that instead. That's completely up to you how you want to address this, and obviously it can be an external resource as well, as long as your clients have access to the internet. Now, I only want to run this CSS files as long as I'm in the calendar. I don't want this CSS file to run anywhere else. So what I'll do is I'll add a filter here, and I'll say I want to run this whenever the URL contains something which is, calendar, like that. I'll save this file. Now you can see that the reference is here. If we look now at our source, you'll see that we only on this page have our script resources, and we only there's nothing else here that should be added. But if we now go to our calendars view, you'll now see that all of the Sundays here are red with the exception of the previous month. So if you now look at our source here, you'll see that down in the source here, you'll see that there is now a reference to this style sheet that we just uploaded. So this is basically how the SPCN work. It's available and it's free. You can download it. There's a ton of other things you can do in here. I've just shown you the surface of it, but there's far more you can do. And there's extensibility. You can create these additional resource types. I mentioned the script resource and the style sheet resource. You can create additional resources and have them behave exactly the way you want to add any kind of content to your page. So that's how SPCN works.